Alright, today we're going to be jumping back into the Bitcoin price action, but I will say there's not really too much to talk about. Exact same story when it comes to the chart compared to yesterday. We're just kind of in the middle of a range, waiting to see if we do break out to the upside. And when we do break out to the upside, which I'm assuming we do with the buying pressure we're seeing, is it going to be a swing failure pattern and roll over, or can we have a breakout, back test, and continuation higher? So that's the main thing we're going to be continuing to watch for, but we do already have more confirmation of that bullish structure. We're able to get over this top value area that I've had in this range. Backtesting this is clear support now, shows us we're probably going to get through these sweep levels and go and actually, test the top side of this. So we should see very soon here what price is going to do. I do fully expect, by probably Thursday, if Bitcoin is going to get that swing fail or back test of the top side of this range. And as we've talked about with this daily bullish divergence, I do fully expect that break to the upside to actually play out into a back test and this to become a macro low, at least for the following weeks, potentially even months to come. And you might notice I have two RSIs down here. Why in the world do I have this? Well, this lower one is actually just an indicator to show me where divs are happening. It's not accurate at all because you can see it's not even showing the bull div that was here, but I was just using it to guide me because I am back testing all previous price action right now and noting it down to get the probabilities of all the indicators I use to trade for you guys in the premium Discord when I do launch that. It's coming soon and I'm going to launch in more of early access. I know I've had a couple people asking for it. That's the reason I'm doing it, right? I don't need the money from you guys, but I do want to provide value. And if I'm providing value such as this, where I am spending a lot of time getting the probabilities, working on PDFs that are going to be exclusive, this isn't something you can just find on the internet. I do feel it's something I would pay for personally, and this is the only way I'll feel good about charging people for some sort of premium Discord, because I think more or less the majority of your premium content in at least the trading world are a lot of just gurus that are trying to scam you. They don't actually trade themselves. That's why they have to sell courses to make money outside of trading, but I am trying to provide a lot of value for you guys. And for the next minute or so, I am going to talk about this, so if you don't care about the trading content, just skip ahead a minute or something like that. But you can see here, this is a little sneak peek at some of the probabilities that I am calculating. You can see I haven't backtested a lot of divs, and this is going to be updated weekly. I'm going to start the premium Discord out at a discounted rate. It's going to be $20 a month to start for the first 3 months if you use the code that I will let everyone know about when it comes. So it'll be $20 a month for the first 3 months and then $40 a month after that. And by the end of 3 months, we should have an absurd amount of information that you're really just not finding anywhere, such as what you're looking at now. So regular RSI, divergence accuracies based on all the different time frames, as well as the same thing for hidden divs, exaggerated divs on the RSI, as well as CVD divs on at least all your big exchanges that matter, Binance USD, Binance USDT, and then same thing with Bybit, USDT and USD contracts. So I'll have all your regular CVD divs as well as the hidden divs for all those exchanges, and even spot CVD divergences between, like the Binance FD pair, USDT pair, and the Coinbase spot pair as well. And this is for every time frame once again. So hidden spot CVD divs as well as regular divs there, as well as USDT versus CoinM contracts, the divergences in CVD and open interest there, because that certainly can be used as a confluence, especially on like wider time frames, just to kind of see what the overall direction of the market is looking like. And then finally, for these confluence trackers, as of right now, I have failed auction with sweep structure and finished auction with sweep structure. I think once I get all of these calculations down, after backtesting hundreds of times and just recording it when I do see all of these structures live. So yeah, all of these confluence trackers are going to be part of that premium Discord. Also going to have the ultimate leverage trading guide that goes over all of trading as far as I know. I don't profess to be an expert or anything, but as you can see here, there's a lot in here. Trading psychology, risk management, trading routine. All of these pages and chapters are about what you do outside of your TA, outside of actually taking positions to lock into that trading mindset. And then we go into all of the ways of identifying levels, all of the ways of identifying an edge. And then this is more of a continuation in identifying edges. I haven't fully finished this table of contents. After that is going to be a whole bunch of information on entry, stop loss, taking profit, and then finally throwing in all the other tools that you might see when you're looking up trading information on YouTube, just going over my thoughts on them, as well as traditional finance. Still in the very early stages of this, but you can get a quick sneak peek at something like page 1, page 2, got some YouTube links in here. This video is great if you do trade. Definitely recommend go checking that out. out, just look up Mark Douglas, Trading Psychology. He's also made a couple books. He is a trading OG. That's some big alpha for you guys. So yes, this ultimate leverage trading guide, that'll be part of the Discord as well. And then lastly, as far as PDFs go, you're going to get this document that goes over my exact trading setup, the requirements I need to enter positions, what I'm looking for on the charts. And I am blurring it right now because this is actually complete and it kind of gives away everything I use as Confluences in just 2 pages. But like I said, I'm not a fan of these courses that you have to pay for. I'm not really trying to pay gate anything. A lot of this you can already find on my YouTube channel in the trading section, so make sure to go check out that playlist. The trading Discord is really more for the documents that give exact numbers, exact probabilities, really everything in a very concise format. And the other big half is going to be more of one-on-one help. We're going to do weekly meetings as well, talking with each other, and all of that is taking a lot of my personal time as well. So I'm going to be launching that very soon, possibly even tomorrow. Just wanted to let you guys know it's going to be in early access at first, but I am promising to provide as much value as I possibly can. If you don't want to pay for it though, definitely don't. This is just for those who leverage trade, and because surprisingly I actually got a lot of requests from people asking if I had premium content, so I thought why not go all out and try to provide as much value as possible. But let's go ahead, let's jump back into our price charts here, and mainly getting outside of Bitcoin now because the story is still the same here. If you didn't watch my last video talking about where we are in this range and what are the possibilities, make sure to go check that out as well. But we're going to go ahead, jump right over here to the S&P, and we do see a 1 hour bearish divergence coming in here on the S&P. So pullback here definitely possible. This thing's just been going parabolic, so you expect some pullbacks on the way. I don't really think a pullback means much for crypto. I don't think that Bitcoin's going to go down if S&P has a small pullback here, and we do still have higher lows. And if you just looked at that document that I was talking about, these 1 hour regular divergences, while they do play out more than 50% of the time, it's not much more than 50% of the time. So this could easily just continue on up with these higher lows here. But we do have that on the S&P, and then on the Russell, we did see a small pullback here as well. This was to be expected, and we're actually forming somewhat of a nice little double bottom within here, sitting right within the point of control of the range we have been in. Let's see if we can flip this back into support, which we kind of are doing on the shorter term time frames. You can see we're starting to flip that into support, so let's get some confirmation on that, head on up, and then we want to just continue to see these get flipped back into support, the bullish continuation on higher for the Russell, and this is going to be your signal for all risk on assets to go. The expansion in the Russell is what's going to allow your altcoins to fly. It's going to allow Bitcoin to go to new highs. This is something we absolutely need to see break out of this macro consolidation range that we've been in on the weekly time frame, and it certainly does look like it is about to do so. Winding up here for a move. We're going to see a breakout sooner rather than later. Could it be a fake break? Absolutely. So that's not something that's out of the question at all. But this price action in general does look very bullish, breaking out of your bear market range, consolidating right above. So far, this looks like a very nice back test of the bear market range for the continuation into our previous bull market range. And as soon as you get up into here, you're going to see risk on resume in the markets, and all of that money is going to flow into speculative assets such as Bitcoin and the altcoin market. Another big thing we were looking at on the charts in the last video was the dollar. I had drawn out this support resistance flip line, expected to come up, back tested as resistance, and wanted to see that clean rejection for the continuation lower and to actually break this macro trend we've been on for the whole year of 2023. And a break to the downside there would also be a confirmation of money flowing into risk on assets. And so far so good. This level got respected very nicely, getting those clean hourly candle closes and 4-hour candle closes below. Now we just want to see, can we get continuation down? And then down here is going to be the make or break moment. Are we going to just make a double bottom, get back above trend and continue on higher, or is this going to be a proper breakdown in the dollar, sending us down to the value area high, or potentially all the way down to the range lows at around 100? I do think we could get down to this range low or even lower if we do confirm a breakdown of this trend. Just because of this macro trend we've been on, this wedge, the price target of this is much lower if we were to break down. So if that were to play out how patterns are supposed to play out, we would absolutely love to see the breakdown backtest of this wedge. That would confirm potentially a super cycle for Bitcoin, or at least going to 6 figures plus. But we'll just have to keep our eyes on this to make sure we don't just confirm bullish again and continue on up higher. So far, so good though for the dollar. And then real quickly here to end off the video, let's talk about the altcoin market, because we have gotten a very nice back test of the sweep level on the daily time frame, starting to get those daily closes above the level, as well as on the weekly. We are looking very good after finding support on the weekly EMA within here. And as we talked about in previous videos, we could be fractaling something very similar to this time frame here on total 3, and we might have this ahead of us for the altcoin market. And while I don't expect it to be this violent and to go that high, I do fully expect kind of a second wave of this altcoin season and to fractal what we had at the beginning of this year, landing us at least back up the all-time high range of last cycle. And I do think if there are to be any gains left in this cycle, it's all going to be made in your altcoins. This is that time in the cycle where Bitcoin could start underperforming massively, sending Bitcoin dominance down, continuing this trend of lower highs here. But of course, nothing is confirmed yet. We need to see the breakout here on Bitcoin, backtest of this range, and then a continuation higher for me to be confident that this is not just a bearish backtest. Now, I am liking what I'm seeing so far, but if you do have any questions or just want to join the community for this channel, link to my Discord is in the description down below. Also down there, you will find a sign up and event link for BingX, so make sure to go get involved in that if you do want some awesome rewards on a great exchange, such as deposit bonuses. You can pretty much get a free $50, so definitely go check that out. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.